of life. And those seasons are the dark season of life and the light season of life. Most of us have underestimated the dark season of life because most of us think as attacked darkness to something like evil or something else. But one thing you must understand is that the default nature of a room is darkness. And before a seed can even germinate, or before a plant, a tree can even be formed, there is the need for the seed to be buried in the dark. This means that the dark season is the season of preparation. That is, every man in this life has a dark season in his life. Let's assume a tree, for instance. Assuming a tree stands like this, and the tree, before the tree can even germinate, there is the need for the seed to be planted. Okay, then you plant the seed, and then the root starts to develop down. That is, the root is the season of preparation. That season of preparation is what is going to hold you when that day of your glory comes. That is, I'm not deviating from the topic of dynamics of God, but I'm trying to make you to understand that what we term as dark seasons of life is usually most of the times the seasons of preparation. So if you are here and maybe you are trying to do something and it seems it's not working, or you may have the value, but it seems that no one is helping you, means you are at the dark season of your state, or you are in the dark season of life. And one thing you must understand is that the light season only beautifies what was prepared in the dark season. The dark season, that if you rush yourself to move out of the dark season, you are going to end up to produce a plant with small roots. And any plant that has small roots or weak roots can't rise up to the skies or can't rise to the height of growth that you are meant to rise. That is why there is a certain tree that rises taller. It's a certain seed in China. And that plant, when you plant it, the seed, the root grows deeper for many years before even it begins to sprout. And when it starts to sprout, you see that the top side goes upper. And one thing you must understand is that if you don't get to understand the difference between the dark season of life and the light season of life, you may spend your time thinking that the season that you are in, it means that God doesn't love you. But one thing you must understand that without the dark season of life, there is no way you can attain that glory or that vision that the Lord has shown you. No matter what you have, there is a need for you to be prepared. If you are not being prepared by God, there is no way that help that you desire or that gift that you really want is going to come to you. And if you really want to gain something great in life, there is a need for you to be prepared. But one thing you must understand is that the season of preparation has time into it. That is, every plant that is planted has time for germination. So it means that if you think preparation itself as a whole also means that you have to prepare yourself and not get to the field. One thing you are also going to notice is that you are going to bypass the time that was meant for you to be glorified. So it means that before you started your stages in life, there was the dark season, and the dark season in life had a time. And after that time is over, there is the need for you to start to germinate. And when you germinate, a man becomes fulfilled when he reaches the fruit stage of life. And before you reach the fruit stage of life, you are going to reach the flower stage of life. That is the stage where influence is going to come all over. That is the bees that are going to come to be pollinated by your flower. They are going to come, influence is going to come, the blessings that you desire are going to come. But the reason that those things come is that it first comes in the state that God is trying to use that system to test if you can hold greater dimensions of wealth or greater dimensions of growth that are going to come. And one thing you must understand is that before any man can reach that fruit stage of life, that is the final stage of life, where you can distribute your health, disperse your health to the nations, or disperse your health and be a blessing to people. There is a need for you to be consistent with your flower stage, to not stay at the place of flowering. Or if you stay at your flower stage for long, you are going to end up destroying your entire legacy or lineage. Because the fruit stage of life is what is going to disperse or is what is going to make you a man of legacy. That is so by understanding these terms, we are going to understand most of the values and the things of life. So if there is something that you want to do in this life,